Hey, welcome back. So, um, the dating stuff. Yeah, I do feel like I've lost my, I feel like I'm not close enough to the mic. Hold on. Ooh, ooh, that's too close. I've lost my pity. You can't pity me anymore because, like, I went on a date and this girl was nice. I still don't know if she liked me. I don't know how that works with Tawkify. Like, you say if you like the other person. Well, I guess it's easy. You say if you want to meet the person again, and they say if they want. So I guess if you both say yes, then they're like, all right, we'll set up another date. But at what point do you just kind of go with it? Because they do everything for the first date. They set up the location. They tell you when to go, and they're like, just show up. I guess I didn't really talk about the experience of going to the restaurant. Was I nervous? I wasn't really. I mean, I'm not. That's bad, like, because that's my thing, my social anxiety thing. But like, I was gone. I didn't like. I went to the restaurant, and I was like, okay. They tell me like, oh, the name is under Virginia, reservation for Virginia. So I went in, and it was a little weird because there was no host, and there was a sign there that said seat yourself, and I was like, oh, seat myself, but like I have a reservation, and like I don't know what she looks like. And I saw somebody sitting there, but I was like, that would be weird. You can't do that. You can't go up to somebody and be like, are you the person I'm here to meet? Don't do that. So I walked up and I looked for somebody. It's like, I have a reservation, and they're like, oh, I think it's that table right there. And then I went and sat there, and we sat for over 3 hours. It was from 6 to 9, pretty much, and that's a long time. Although I did feel like I was running out of steam like 2 hours in, but that's just because I was probably sick and I took a lot of cough medicines. But she did a good job because she kind of kept talking, and she didn't seem like she was like, well, why aren't you talking to me? She did a good job, and that's why I'm gonna give her 5 stars. Oh. Yeah, I think in this game, in the remaster, they put little arrows for you, because I remember in the original just like getting lost in these places. Um, and this game is very like samey. It's just kind of like the same rooms over and over again, which didn't really bother me as a 10-year-old, but it's kind of like, this is a little bit boring, but it's okay. It's Halo. Halo's okay with me. Flood is cool. I like the flood. Gotta watch. I should finish watching the Halo TV show. But yeah, the date was good. So here's the thing. Like, I know I spend so much time talking about, I don't care about like what they look like, and it's true. It's very true. It's true. I can't be the person who cares about what other people look like, and I don't care what she looks like. I mean, whatever. She looked good. I don't know. Like, is this something that I should get over? She's bigger than me. She was taller, and she wasn't wearing heels, I don't think. And I don't know. It doesn't make me feel that's bad, see? Because it's like, why do you care if she's bigger? Because like you want to feel like a man and protect her or something. Like, is that bad? Should I get over that? Like, I want to be with a smaller person. That would make me feel good about myself. Is that okay to want that? Um, then what about all the bigger girls? Well, I guess I could find a big dude. I mean, I'm so small. I just want to. I don't. I'm just like a little guy. I don't want to be with somebody bigger. I don't know. But that's the thing of like the girls being like, I was 6 feet and under, or what, or 6 feet and over. You can't be under 6 feet if you want to date me. And I'm like, well, that's stupid. Well, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I hate this whole thing. I hate all of it. I hate that this is like the system that God created. Like, we have to. I don't know. What do we do? What do I do, Dalton? What do I do, Dalton? Tell me. I don't know. I was gonna maybe talk about the wedding shower. Went to a wedding shower. I have time, 6 minutes. What was my note about the wedding shower? Oh, the wedding shower actually didn't go great. For me. I was feeling weird about writing that note because, I mean, the wedding shower seemed to go well for the people who it's supposed to go well for, the married couple. Like, who cares what I think about the wedding shower? But I thought the wedding shower was good. I just did a bad job talking at it and like interacting with the people. Oh, that was the thing. I was supposed to introduce myself to people, and guess what? I didn't do that. I don't feel too bad about it. Because it was kind of a weird layout where when I got there, the organizer person was like, "Oh, you're gonna sit at this table," and then I sat at a table where I knew everybody, so I didn't have to introduce myself. So after it was over, I could have went up to somebody I didn't know and been like, "My name's Anthony. What's your deal?" That's the whole thing, and I didn't do it. That's a failure. Sometimes we fail. Yeah, I did a bad job at that, and I'm sorry. I failed you, Dalton. I didn't introduce myself. I didn't really talk at all, and of course I can give myself another pass because I was kind of sick, and there was a whole awkward thing of like, nobody else knew that I had taken the COVID test, so like, I'm like, I sound sick, so should I tell them like, oh, but I took a COVID test? Like, I didn't want them to think like, oh, you came here and you're sick? Why would you do that? I was like, well, I took a test though, and I texted, I actually texted the guy, like, if you don't want me to come, that's fine. Let me know. Like, if you're uncomfortable with it, that's totally fine. I get that 100%. And she's like, no. They were both like, oh no, we want you to come. That was nice. But I was like, I took a COVID test and I don't have COVID, but my dad has COVID again. That's the whole thing. Oh, my dad has COVID again. They just told me yesterday. I don't know, and he's sick. He feels it. I can't with my dad. So he's gotten COVID twice, and the first time he got it was before the vaccine, and I really was worried about that. And I'm like, if my dad dies, I'm gonna kill myself. I don't know. I can't with my dad. Like, my dad and my mom. I don't know. Like, my dad is the one person that would be the worst for me, I think, for some reason. Like, even if my brother died, like, it would be bad, but I barely ever see them. I don't know. Something about it, like, my dad would be the worst. Everybody, I don't know. I don't know why that is. It's not fair. It's not nice to like my mom or something. Like I would be sad if my mom died. Yes, I would. Of course. I don't know. Something about my dad that like would feel unfair or like this isn't wrong. My dad can't die. He's not supposed to. I don't know. He's 62, 63. He turned 63 this year. So that's prime dying age. I gotta be prepared for it, but I'm not. I asked the therapist before when he got sick, like, how do I prepare? And she's like, you don't. I was like, what? But like, what if he dies? I can't handle that. Like, I'm gonna kill myself. And she's like, oh, just don't think about it. And he didn't die, so her theory was good. But if he did, I don't know what I would do. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the shower. It was bad. There's a guy there who isn't the groom. Who, like, I have a hard time connecting with him because he's very... We have different personalities, but, he's a good person. But, like, he tried to interact with me, and I just didn't do a good job. He asked me a question, like, I mean, and this is, like, well, here's the thing. Okay, we're back. What was I saying? The guy. We've kind of talked about, like, he asked me before, like, oh, what do you like to do? And I've answered it. And then he asked me again. He's like, so, like, what do you do? And I don't know. It's kind of a... I know he doesn't mean it that way. But it's kind of, like... There's a tone to it that's like, what do you do? Like, you just sit around all day? I was like, yeah. I could just ask him, like, well, what do you do? But it was... I never do good in situations like that, where it's, like, a big group, and... like, it's loud in there, and he's, like, talking to me, and, like, other people are talking to him, and so he asks me, but I'm like, oh, I don't know, and then it's, like, somebody gets distracted by something, and, like, I wasted an opportunity to connect with somebody. And then I just didn't talk the entire time, which is fine. Like, it's not about me. The shower was not about me. It was about the bride and the groom. But... what about me? They liked my gift, which made me happy. The shop vac I got them. When they opened it, I felt really nice. I didn't think about the gift at all, really, when I bought it. I was just like, oh, this is the most expensive one that they want, and I want to spend some money on them. But then when I got the gift, like, there's a lot of old people there who were like, oh, yeah. Like, oh, yeah, this is the real gift. Because I guess there's a lot of, like, girly gifts. Like, oh, you got me mittens or whatever. You got me a dish towel. And then there's all the jokes about, like, oh, John, like, your wife's going to have to teach you how to use that stove adjustment thing. And I'm like, I hate those jokes. Oh, the wife, oh, I bet the wife cleans. I don't know. It's fine. It's like what you do at the shower. I was like, oh, and the guy's like, oh, I got your tools. I got you the tool set. You could teach the girl how to do the tool. I don't know, it's stupid. I hate that. But when I got it's hard because, like, when I got the shop vac and they opened it, like, all the people were saying the things like, oh, that's a good gift. That's a real gift for the man. And I don't know. I was like, yeah, that's my gift. I got him that. Because I'm like a man, and I know, like, what man want. But I don't. I didn't really think about it like that when I bought the gift. I was like, oh, they want it, and it's $70, and I want to spend money on them. And it's like a big gift, so like they'll notice. I wasn't gonna get them like a spoons or something. It's down here. But yeah, that's it. So we'll see you tomorrow. And remember to cut that end part out. Thank you and goodbye.